Hey there, welcome to Craft Central Designs. Today I have for you a truly adorable, extremely cute Dollar Tree bunny makeover. I embellished this bunny with a tutu skirt, flowers, ribbons, and a velvet carrot. This bunny is an adorable transformation from a plain bunny that I found in the Dollar Tree Plus section to a beautiful bunny certain to complement any Easter decor. I hope you love this one as much as I loved creating it. Welcome to all to my channel today, and if you enjoy this tutorial, I hope you will become a subscriber if you are not currently. And also, if you would share this video with your friends and relatives and coworkers, give this video a thumbs up, and as always, your questions and comments are always welcomed. Okay, let me show you how I transformed this very plain Easter bunny in the Dollar Tree Plus section to this adorable decor piece for your Easter decor. Okay, here is the bunny. Now, I showed you this one in a previous video as a preview of materials. If you could, watch out for it at your Dollar Tree. Hopefully, some of you were able to find it. If not, find another bunny. You could do this transformation. Just look for a bunny that's around, I believe it was 9 inches tall. You can see it's standing sitting back on its hind legs. But you should be able to find another type of bunny to use if you want to do this project. Either maybe perhaps Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Home Goods. Sometimes you can find something like this. I haven't seen any more of these at the Dollar Tree, but I would definitely keep a lookout for something that would suffice for this project, because I'm sure you'll be able to find something. Maybe not exactly like this, that looks like kind of like that basket weave, but something else of another material. Okay, so at the Dollar Tree as well, I picked up this piece of pink tulle. Now, I'm going to be using this for the tutu skirt for the rabbit. And yes, I created a tutu skirt for a rabbit. It just came to me, and I just had to do it. I saw this pink tulle, and that's when the idea struck me that I could create a tutu skirt for this bunny. All right, for the tutu skirt, you will need a trim for the waistband of the skirt. Now, I found this one, very pretty one, at Hobby Lobby, and I got that at 40% off in the sewing department. Here's another option, another pink trim. The reason why I didn't use this one is because it wasn't quite the right pink. So I decided to go with the safe color, which was white. And that's fine because I'm going to be popping some little white flowers on the tutu skirt. So that's going to go very well. But look for something like a heavy lace trim. That will work the best for the waistband of the tutu. I have there some Snow White Waverly chalk paint. I'm going to touch up some areas on that bunny and do a little bit of a dry brush paint over. It does have a few blemishes on it. And I had to pull off the bow, which left a glue blob that, even though I used my heat gun, still left a kind of a yellowish residue. So I did have to use that Snow White Waverly chalk paint. I'm showing you here some ribbon options because I am going to be placing a very cute bow at the ear of the bunny. Now, these are options from Hobby Lobby, from Walmart. It's just going to need to be a narrow ribbon. I ended up using a pink ribbon with a tiny white polka dot, and that's the one I used, and that was from Walmart. Love Walmart ribbons. never pass by that section without looking to see what you could pick up there that you could use for your projects. Now that's a very cute ribbon with pink dainty florals on it, and that's also from Walmart. I'm going to be using some of these little tiny white flowers. Now, you've seen me use these in previous projects. These are from the Paper Studio at Hobby Lobby. They have awesome embellishment pieces for projects. I also took out that pink paper flower, also from the Paper Studio. Didn't end up using it, but it's definitely a great potential for this piece. I do have a tape measure there. I'm going to be measuring my tool with that, so you may want some type of measuring tool. So I'm popping everything back into my little container that I use to collect all my materials for my projects that I picked up at the Dollar Tree. Comes in very handy. Now, that tool that came in that package is 60 inches wide. So if you want to pick up some tool, perhaps by the yard at maybe Joann's or at Walmart or Hobby Lobby, I'm using a 60-inch wide piece of tool. I cut that tool in 8 inches wide section. I'm going to be actually using 2 of those. So I'm using a 60-inch long piece at 8 inches wide. I'm going to fold that 8-inch wide piece in half, and I'm going to press it with my iron. I really love using my iron to press things that I'm going to use with regard to any type of material or fabric or tool. Now, if I needed it folded in half, that would be my reason for ironing it, to control it, to keep it folded in half, and to keep everything nice and straight. So because I folded that 8-inch wide piece of tool in half, I wanted it to remain well folded in half, so I ironed it. Okay, so now I'm going to take some pink thread and a needle. And I'm going to thread my needle, and I want to create about an 18-inch long piece of thread with a knot tied at the bottom. Now, this is what I'm going to feed through my tool to gather my tool to create my tool skirt. Now, if you're not a sewer, this might be something new for you, but hopefully threading a needle and tying a knot isn't. But what we're going to be doing is feeding that needle through the tool. Now, I'm doing it on the side where it's folded. So I'm working with my folded edge right now. What I'm going to do is feed it through about 5 or 6 times. And then I'm going to stop and pull my thread through that tool, and then I'm going to gather it up as I go. Now, very important to get that knot in the end of your thread so that your thread doesn't pull right through the tool. I decided to put something dark underneath, so perhaps you can see what I'm doing. I know it's a little difficult to see this here. But what I'm doing is feeding my needle through about 5 or 6 times. Then I pull my thread through and then pull it and gather it. Did you see me do that? And that's what I'm going to do throughout this entire length of this 60-inch piece. Now, I'm going to be doing 2 of these, and I'm going to connect them together to create my tool skirt. Now, see how I stop after I feed it through about 5 or 6 times. You're just weaving it through the tool. And then I pull it to create the gathering of my little tutu skirt. Now, this process does not take long to do. Just takes a little bit of your time, but it's really worth it to create this tutu skirt for this bunny because it's such a cute addition to this bunny. I often do teddy bears like this. I create tulle skirts for my teddy bears. I often do them as gifts. And then I put a big ribbon sash around the head of the teddy bear. They make very cute gifts for babies' rooms. Okay, so here we have all of my tulle all gathered. Now that's all of it, both pieces. And then to attach the two pieces together at the area where I gathered, I just create a few stitches and then I tie a knot so everything is all collected and permanently together. Now, after wrapping it around the bunny, I decided that I needed to trim off about an inch. So when you are creating your netted piece and cutting it, if you want to create, maybe just go 7 inches wide and then fold it in half, then you'll get like a good length for your tulle skirt. But it's very easy to trim this even once you have it on the bunny. But I'm going to go ahead because I know that I want to trim off about an inch. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so my tulle skirt is all ready to go, and I'll show you how we're going to wrap that around and attach it in just a bit. Now, I did remove my ribbon that came on the piece, and it left this yellowish, gluish residue. I tried using a heat gun and a spatula to try and get as much off as I could. So I did that, but it left a little bit of yellowish, gluish residue. So I'm going to be touching that area up. But I did go over a lot of the areas of my bunny. For the most part, I just did a little bit of a dry brushing over the bunny because as it turned out, my Snow White Waverly chalk paint is pretty much the exact color of the bunny as I purchased it. But I went around, touched up any areas that were scuffed up, just from being in the store and being shipped. And then I covered up the bunny nose because I know I don't like that pink that came on the bunny nose. So I covered that up, as well as, of course, that yellowish glue residue area. And now I am going to take a very fine point paintbrush, and I'm going to do the eyes with a black acrylic paint. Now, they did have the eyes painted the way the bunny came, but they only painted a little bit of the area that was raised up for the actual eyes. So I wanted to take advantage of the shape that was created for the eye by the manufacturer. And I painted the eye, and it increased the size of the eye. So I was much happier with that. Now I'm going to take the pink that I chose from my paint stash, and I went around, again, the entire area that was raised up on that piece by the manufacturer for the nose. And again, it was just painted on the top, but, I guess you can't expect much. It's a Dollar Tree item, but I have to say that it's one of those Dollar Tree pieces that I saw so much potential for. And the way it turned out took it up like a 10 notches on the cute factor, okay? It just turned out so cute. So doing those little extra things to improve a piece from the Dollar Tree really can take it up quite a few levels. Okay, now it's time to apply the skirt. Now I did wrap this piece around to be sure that it was going to cover the whole entire belly of the and back of the bunny. And as it turned out, that 60-inch long piece gathered up fit perfectly around. So you'll want to wrap yours around just to gauge whether you're actually creating enough of a gathered piece to go around the bunny. Now, if you create your gathers a little bit too tight, it may not reach. So that's why you want to stop periodically while you're gathering to be sure that that's going to fit properly around. If you're gathering it a little too tight, just loosen it up on your thread. So that also depends on what, bunny you're using. Maybe you can't find this bunny and you're using a different one. So follow that rule of thumb for your gathering. Stop periodically, make sure that it's going around, all the way around to fit onto your bunny. I was very lucky. Mine was just like perfect when I concluded gathering. And so I was able to go ahead and glue on with hot glue my skirt. So I just went around a little bit at a time, an inch or so at a time, putting down my glue and attaching my skirt. Now it's time to do something about the waist of the skirt, or the waistband of the skirt. Now you have those gathers there, so you need to cover that up to really finish the look of this tutu skirt. Now I'm using this very cute trim. I had showed you this earlier. It's like a little daisy trim. And I'm going to use that to wrap around the bunny at the skirt waistband. Now I'm going to start right there on the belly area. And this particular trim, that's my little pouch that I keep my glue sticks in. Someone gave me that as a gift. I just love it. I really like this flower trim because the reason why I liked it, because it enabled me to glue half of the flower onto the bunny itself and then the other half of the flower over the gathered area of that tutu. And so this created a really nice finishing touch to this tutu skirt. So if you could find a trim that's like a flower or some type of heavy lace that will allow you to do that, that's the perfect finishing touch for this tutu skirt. Now I hope all that makes sense to you, but we're going to go along and around that waistband, applying that trim, little bits at a time. An inch or so, or in this case, I think I put glue down and then I attach a flower. And I just move gradually around that piece to be sure I'm getting everything perfectly straight like I want it on that piece. I am using my finger protector now. I was searching for that before, but I couldn't seem to find it. And now I have it because that's going to really protect my fingers working with that any type of lace and with the tool as well. So you can see I'm just going around the bunny and it's gluing my skirt down. And again, you don't want to have to pull off your tutu or your lace once you have that glued. So just be careful as you go along to do everything gradually. So I had that all wrapped around now. Now I felt that my bunny tutu skirt needed a little something extra. So I took those little flowers that I got at the paper studio from Hobby Lobby. And I'm not going to use hot glue here, of course, because this is tulle. But I'm going to apply just here and there little flowers on the tutu skirt. And I'm going to use Aleene's Tacky for that. And I'm just going to pop a little dab of glue on the back of the flower and then apply it to the tulle. Just here and there, not a lot of flowers, but just spacing them out around the skirt. And this adds the cutest touch to this skirt. Now, in that package, they have some plain flowers, and then they have some that have a little bit of a shimmer to them. I decided to use the shimmery flowers for this. And then I'm going to do one more thing with those little flowers. I decided to pop one of those little flowers in the center of each of those flowers on the waistband. Now, this is just a personal preference. I thought it was a cute touch. You know, you do you with whatever it is, whatever type of trim that you're applying to your waistband. But I thought doing that kind of pulled together the look of the random little flowers around the skirt with the waistband. Okay, I have a bunny tail from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to separate that bunny tail. I'm going to try and pop that on the back, just like that. I wanted a soft bunny tail on my piece, so I'm separating that right down the center, trying to open that up so that I could fit it over the bunny tail, which I did pretty successfully. I'm going to take some hot glue, place it right down the center of that little separation area that I created in the bunny tail, and I'm just going to pop it right on that bunny tail there. Now it fit over there rather well, and now I have a nice cute little bunny tail popping out from underneath that tutu skirt. It's coming along so cute. I am loving this piece. It's just very unique and just totally something totally something typical of what I would create. And this is Craft Central Designs for sure. Okay, so I have some florals here. I picked these up at Michael's. They have a very tiny bloom on them. I have some orchid ones and white ones. I did not have a pink that coordinated well, but I like the idea of bringing in another color, and I love pink and orchid together. So I'm going to take that pink polka dot ribbon that I got at Walmart, and I'm going to create a figure 8 bow. So I folded it under. Now I'm folding it over, creating a figure 8. That's going to go on the ear of the bunny. A nice match, or at least a coordinating match for that pink tutu skirt. Now I'm going to hold that figure 8 bow there, and I'm going to take a piece of floral wire, 26 gauge from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to pull it around super tight in the back. And this is going to cinch the center of that bow, or gather the center of that bow. And this is how I create narrow bows or narrow ribbon bows. Not always, but this time I am for this project. Okay, so I leave a little bit of tails on there, which I'm going to angle and cut those off. Now that's going to be my little base bow that's going to go on the ear of my bunny. Now I'm going to take another ribbon, another Walmart ribbon. Love their ribbons. I know I sound like a broken record, but listen, you really have to see the cute ribbons that they have. And the prices are very good as well. Okay, this is another beautiful ribbon, one of my favorites. This is the last piece of the ribbon off of the spool, and I'm going to miss it, so I hope I can find more at Walmart. I'm going to create a little figure 8 bow with a couple of figure 8 loops on. Now see the little flower pattern on that ribbon. Oh, it's a satin ribbon with a little flower pattern. It is just the prettiest ribbon. So I'm going to create 2 figure-8 little bows, and I'm holding those in the center with my thumb and my index finger. Now I'm going to take my craft wire, cut off a piece, and do that same thing. Wrap it around the center, pull it super, super tight, twist it in the back, and that's going to gather up that ribbon in the center and create a very cute little bow. Now I am going to be hot gluing this bow onto the other base bow in the pink with the white polka dot. Now you could wire it together, either or, it doesn't really matter. But I'm just going to, I think I did hot glue this one. And I am going to do something super cute in the center. I'm going to snip off those little tiny blooms from those stems, the ones I just showed you. And I'm going to create a little bed of tiny flowers right in the center of that pretty bow. And this is just going to be the cutest touch on this bunny. Other than, of course, that very cute tutu skirt. So I'm just trimming up my tails here, putting a nice angle cut on those. Always my preference. Rarely do I do dovetails unless I'm doing ribbon bundles on a wreath. Otherwise, I'm an angle girl on those tails for a lot of projects. Okay, now I'm going to go about just snipping off some of those little tiny flowers. I'm going to do, as I said, white and orchid. And I believe I used like around 6 of each, maybe. As much as it took to fill up the center of that bow. Now I did pop some of my flowers toward the top of the bow, so they poked up a little bit, and on the lower side of the bow as well, on the bottom. So I'm just going to be hot gluing those on to that little bow, just creating kind of a little bouquet, if you will, of florals inside of that bow. And hot glue will be just fine to achieve that. You could use Aleene's Tacky if you wanted to, but I wanted an immediate hold. So I just started popping those little floral pieces in the center of the bow, creating a balance of orchid and white. And as you can see, I'm pointing them different directions. Look how pretty that's going to look. And so pretty on the ear of that bunny. I hope you all will be able to, I'm certain that you'll be able to find a bunny somewhere. I'm going to keep an eye out for bunnies. And if I see anything, I will mention it on my upcoming videos. A bunny that's suitable, but I don't think it's going to be difficult at all to find a bunny. They do have some other bunnies at the Dollar Tree. Nothing quite like this. But I'm going to guess that Walmart will have something. And I'm hoping, again, that this week, upcoming week, I'm hoping that the Easter decor is going to go on sale at Hobby Lobby, and I will keep an eye out there as well to see what they come out with. But they always have a lot of different types of bunnies. I would just choose one that's, of a size that you can really take advantage of creating that tutu skirt yeah, like 8 or 9 inches tall, maybe. Okay, I'm showing you here those cute little floral blooms. Oh, that looks so pretty. And it's going to look so adorable on the ear. I know I said that before, but it was such a cute touch on here. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm all finished with that. And I'm going to pop that on the ear of the bunny. And I'm going to place it on so that the tails of my bow are pointing downward. I did put a little white light in the eye. Do you see that there? Those are the kind of little touches that Dollar Tree manufacturers do never? Did I just say that? Good heavens, they do not, follow through with all the little details. But it is Dollar Tree, so you can't expect that. But I took a fine point paintbrush and just put a white dot in the eyes of the bunny. Little features, little touches. That's what makes a difference. And I'm doing another one now. I like the color of my bunny nose now, and I like that it's all painted in. And I'm going to take a paintbrush, and oh my goodness, Dwyn, everything is showing but the nose here. I am sorry about that. Good heavens. But all I'm doing is taking a little bit of white paint on my paintbrush right there and just doing a little dry brush of white over the top of the nose. Okay, I found these carrots at Home Goods, and as quick as I could swoop them up and throw them in my cart, I did. Oh my gosh, these are the cutest carrots I have ever seen for crafting. They are like kind of like a velvet. Oh, they are so cute. And they have greenery at the top. I'm trying to get the box open here so I can show you. Look at these carrots. Oh my goodness. I just had to have them. And I thought about putting an egg in the hands of the bunny. And then I thought about maybe placing the carrot. And I couldn't decide either or. I was going to decorate an egg. Here's another choice for carrots, by the way. Those are from Hobby Lobby last season, but Dollar Tree also carries those carrots. And Dollar Tree carries these little wrapped eggs. They're kind of like a twine wrapped egg. So I thought, should I put an egg in the hands of the bunny? Because I felt it needed something. Just some extra type of embellishment. I thought about taking those white plain eggs from Hobby Lobby and maybe putting polka dots on them in orchid and pink. But I just didn't think the egg sat well in the hands of the bunny, if that makes sense. I just deliberated a lot about egg versus carrot. But those carrots were so awesome. I decided I had to use it. And it just fit really well in the hands of the bunny. Or the paws of the bunny. I guess the bunnies don't really have hands, but you know what I mean. So I placed that in there, and I placed the greenery side of the carrot on the same side as the bow on the ear. And I just love it. But you could use an egg as well. Think about that. You could use, decorate some eggs, wrap them with yarn, wrap them with twine, use paint and a spouncer and put polka dots on them. It's limitless what you could do. And here we have the finished bunny. And I would have to say, I am loving this piece. Let me know what you think of this one. I I love it. Yes, I love it. It's so cute. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy this tutorial, and let me know in the comments if you think you might like to try creating this bunny. Okay, until next time, you all take care.